Hello and welcome to this 21st session, and in this session we are going to complete the project looking at how can you customize this entire content based on your own portfolio. In the very first link you have a file, just right click on this and choose save link as, and you are going to get this contact contents customize.zip, and then I am then going to extract this file. Let us extract this file, and when I extract it, you can now see that I have provided you with two. One is the icons folder and another is the contact.jsx. In your Visual Studio Code, you have this Satvik 3D profile. So click on this SRC, right click and choose Reveal in File Explorer. Folder in which you are building the project will be open in your Explorer. Now here, copy the icons that I have provided here, copy this and paste it into the public folder. Open the public folder and in it go and paste it. Then I have provided you with contact.jsx file. Copy this file, come into Satvik 3D profile, and in source and in component you can come and paste it and replace this with the original contact.jsx file. Now if you come over here and in SRC components, if you open contact.jsx file, now here you can see that to see this, now I will come over to the terminal and I am going to run npm run dev, and then once it gets executed, control click and I will open it in the browser. If you scroll down completely, you can see how the contact page has been redesigned. You can come into this area here, that is approximately in line number 32 you are seeing this. Instead of Satvik Infotech Private Limited, select this and replace this with your name. For example, here I replace it with Sudhindra SG and I am going to save this. See, immediately the name has been changed. Then in the next line, you type your address. So this is my address that has been provided. So here you can just replace Blender Studio 71, 3rd Main, Prashant Nagar, Bengaluru 560079. So now if I save it, you can see the address has changed. Here you add your GitHub page. If you come into your GitHub page and when you log in, on the right hand side, if you click on your image and if you click on your profile, when you click on this, you will get the link here, github.com and your name, whatever username you have added. You can copy this instead of the website address here, this GitHub address. You can just write here my GitHub repository, and then you have the phone number, you can change the email, and then you have all the link to your Facebook account, Instagram account, your YouTube, your LinkedIn, your Twitter. All this you can update, you can customize the address. And next we are going to customize all other contents. And before we do this, once this entire project is ready, we are going to take a backup so that this file, whatever, when you are customizing, if something goes wrong and if you are losing the content, you may have to rework on the entire thing. So how to back up this is, see, if you take your entire folder of the project which we had just now done, if you come to property and open it, this is around 216 MB. Okay, and sometimes if you have installed many software, it may even go into gigabytes. So here what you are supposed to do is, you create a new folder now, and I am going to name this as 3D. I am writing it as my profile. You can replace it with your own name profile. Now from Satvik _ 3D profile, press Ctrl A and select everything except the node modules. Now leaving the node modules, I have selected everything. I am going to right click and I am going to copy it. Now I will come into my 3D my profile folder and I am going to paste it. And now if you see the overall size of this entire site, see this is just around 22 MB. Okay. So we have now removed the node modules folder. Now whenever you are migrating or sending it to another developer, or when you are uploading it to GitHub, you need not upload the node modules folder. Okay, you have to just upload this, and now when you want to rebuild the project, what you have to do is you come into your file. Right now I will close this project by choosing close folder, and now I will go to file, open folder, and this time I am going to open 3D my profile folder. And opening this folder, when I select folder, click yes, I trust the author. And right now this application will not run because we have not installed any of the dependencies. And you need not install it one by one, just like we did it when we built the project. See, whatever software is used in that, all those softwares will be listed in your package.json. You will have a list of all the packages that is present. So what you have to do now is you just go to the terminal. So I am just going to go to the terminal, choose new terminal. Coming to the terminal, you have to just type npm install and press enter. And now you have to wait for few minutes or few seconds. Now all the packages that you had used while building this application will be installed. And once it is installed, you can now see this node modules is regenerated. So in this way, whenever you are taking backup or whenever you are sharing it with others, you can delete this node underscore modules and send it to them, and they will just run npm install all the packages. And now again, if I type npm run dev and if I click enter, now if I click on this link, you can immediately see the same site appearing over here. We have just taken a backup and we have kept it in a different folder, so that if something happens when you are customizing, you have the original folder available to you. We have already customized the contact, and then if you move up, the thing is you have the testimony. You have to now come to a file here. In src, we had created one constants folder, and in that index.js. If you come to this file and if you scroll down, you have different testimonials. And the very first testimonial, you can add it here by saying, so I am going to write a testimonial like this, and then in the name section, say for example, I will write my own name, Sudhindra SG, or you can write any of your lecturer's name or any of the person who wants to say about it. In the designation, you can write it as technical director. In the company name, I am going to add Satvik Infotech. Now only thing is, now this image is coming from this site. See, you have one random user from a website, this image is taken. So come into your browser and paste this, and this is going to open some image of a lady. Now what you do is you copy this image and in Photoshop, now create a new file. This is a 128 by 128 size file. So this is the size of the image. You can go to Google and just type Sudhindra Satvik and press enter. Come to images and you will see my image file available here. See, I am just going to open this link. Now you can just right click and choose open image in new tab. The image will be open. I am just going to copy this. I am going to come into Photoshop and I am going to paste this image. You go to file, export, export, save for web legacy, choose JPEG and reduce the resolution and save this file in a folder. If you come to your project folder, 3D My Profile, you have public folder, and in the public folder now you can create another folder and call it as testimonial, and you can in this save this file as Sudhi, give a name and save it. Coming back over here, this link, instead of HTTPS and using this link, instead of this image link, now we are going to give the path. So you can just add a dot slash and you are going to come into the folder called testimonial, and in that select sudhi.jpg. And now if I save it and if I come to my website and if I just preview it, when I preview this, you can now see my photo appearing here. The third one you can select and you can delete it off, or you want multiple testimonials of 5-6 people, then you can just copy from this open bracket to this comma. Don't forget to add this comma and paste it, and you can have 4, 5, 6, any number of testimonial. Now I will save it. If I now come back to the website and if I refresh it, now you can see that in the site we have only 2 testimonial, and then you are going to get the contact. So we have like this, you can customize the testimonial, and after that you have the projects. And for this project section also, you can come over here. See, you have the projects here. So you can write the project name. Say for example, the first project that you have actually done is a augmented reality quiz, and then write a small description about your project. From here to here select it and then delete this, and here add a small write-up on your project. So I have written a brief description, and then the tags you can change it. You have mentioned name React. Say for example, instead of React, I am going to put here as AR, and instead of MongoDB, Meta, and here I am going to replace this with Spark Studio. See, I am taking one of the students' link over here. So say for example, you have the link here. I am just going to click on this, copy this, and you can use this link in SRC components. You can come to contact, and in contact, in the web repository, wherever you have the website, you can change this website name to GitHub repository, and here you can just paste your GitHub link here, and now you can write my GitHub repository, or you can just copy this name and then just paste it over here. See, and if you save this, see, you will have the name, and when they click on the name, this is going to open. So when they click on this name, this is going to open the GitHub repository. And one thing is, when they click on this, and if they want this to open in a new window instead of the same window, what you can actually do is, after you have added href here, you can add one more component here called target, and you can set this target equal to underscore blank. And when you use this, and now when you click on this, I will refresh the page, and now when you click on this link is now going to open in a new page, and your web page will not be affected. Repository, I will come to the repositories. The very first project you had collected this collective noun quiz. You open this, and here you come over here and copy the link. So you have this HTTPS link, you copy this, and after you copy it in your index.js, in the code link section, instead of this github.com, you add this link, paste this link. You need an image. Now here it is mentioned as current. So what you can actually do is, Instead of mentioning this as current, you can even give a path to it. In the projects, I have provided a link of the image of the project, and in your Windows there will be a snipping tool. Using this snipping tool, and in this click on new and just grab this area and take an image. Then copy this image and now come into your Photoshop, and in Photoshop now first you have to open the photo. That is, you come into your project folder src assets. There are folders, see current, CARRENT, this is the file, and here you can come here and just paste this image and see that this image is of the same size. You change the image to this size and flatten image and just save this. So once you save it, you will be seeing, if you come to the project, so you can see augmented reality quiz. This is appearing, and when they click on this GitHub link, this is going to open in a GitHub link. So like this, customize every section over here similarly, and you can customize here. You use your second project, your third project, like this, customize every link here. And then if you come up, you have all these technologies. Even here, all these technology images shop, I can come here and in file open. Now if you come to tech, you have all the technology. Now what you can do is, you can open this CSS image, and instead of CSS, now go into web and search for Blender file. That is, search for Blender logo and select the Blender logo, and then now right click this and copy this image, come to Photoshop and paste it here, and if required, resize this like this. So resize the image like this, and then instead of this image, you keep this image, delete this old image, and then save this. So when you save this and when you come back to your browser and when you refresh this, so now instead of, you can open every logo. So here you can put Photoshop logo, here you can put After Effects logo. So like this, customize all this with the technologies, Photoshop, After Effects, then Blender, 3ds Max, then you can even put Visual Studio Code. React, you can keep it because you are working on React. 3JS, you leave it as it is. So like this, you can add the GitHub logo. So like that, you can keep JavaScript, you leave it as it is. Tailwind, you leave it as it is. So like this, you can add all these logos, and then in the top section, in the next section that it comes here, which is known as the experience section here, here you can write your education journey. So what you have to now do is, you come back to your code, and now if you scroll up in title, say for example, I am going to add primary education, and in company name, write the name of your school. Say for example, I write Deccan International Society, and then you leave the icon. You can change the icon. You can open Starbucks and put your school logo if required, and then in the date, you mention the date you studied. Say for example, I put here 1971 to 1979. Okay, and here you can write what all you had done in the school. Say for example, here you can say was a class topper, for participated in debate, NCC cadet, won best actor award. And if I come over to my site and if I refresh it, see now you have primary education, school, period, and these are the points. Then similarly here you write your high school, here you write your college, and here you write your hobbies and change the points and the period when you studied the college, when you studied the high school, and then in hobbies, if you are doing music, You can write I am practicing music, I am practicing tabla, or I am an artist, I have done the drawing, and all those things you can add it here. So in this way you can update your profile. And if you come up, even these cards, instead of web developer, if on the top you then have the technologies, and then on the top of it you have services. Here instead of web developer you can write 3D animator, and then for next title you can add here rigging artist. Okay, and the third one you can write as UX and UI designer, and the third one content creator, you can leave it as it is. So now if I come here and if I refresh this, so now you have this appearing here, and you can replace this with similar logos if you want. Then in overview, for this overview what you have to do is you have to open your about us page, and in the about us page you can write your overview over here. I will go to view word wrap. You can write few 50-60 words about you. Here in overview introduction it is mentioned here, and if you want to change your name you have to go to hero.jsx, and here hi I have mentioned it as Sudhi. You can write your own name. So in this way you can customize all the content. And one final thing is, see, you have to change this 3D model. This I will cover it in the next section, but as of now in the same model if you want to customize it, you can do it in two ways. One is you come to Photoshop, and in your folder, in assets folder, you have one file called as herobg.png. Open this file, and instead of this file come to the browser and you go and search for some nebula sky. So type something like this and come to images and choose one good background here, some good sky background like this. So I will select this background, I will click on this and I will open this image. I am now going to copy this image, and now come back to Photoshop, and here instead of this image paste your image. I am going just paste your whatever image you are having, flatten this image and then go to file and save this. So once you save this, now if you come over to your site and if you refresh it, now you are seeing your model in your own 3D background. See, you are seeing this in your own background. So you can customize the background. And second thing you can customize is this image that you are seeing on this screen. So instead of this screen, you can put your photograph or put any of the other screen, and this screen you can open it, you can come to your profile in public, in desktop PC, in textures, you have this image. So if you scroll down here, you have one desktop image. So you open this desktop image. So if you see this, if you go to image and if you go to image and image rotation, flip canvas vertical, means you can see this is appearing correctly. Only thing is the image is reversed. So even here when you are adding the image, now instead of this image, I want to add my own working image or some other image, means I will get that image. Say I have just taken some other image, say for example here I am using my own image. Only thing is now go to edit, transform and choose flip vertical. Okay, then you have to flip it vertical and then you flatten the image and then save this. If you come to your browser and if you refresh the page, now see this will appear with your image. So you can customize this, and with this like this you can customize the entire project, and with this you can even customize these links. Okay, you can customize the text here. So with this you just customize the project like this, And after your entire customization is done, only thing now what you have to do is press Ctrl C and come out of this and just type npm now run, and this time type build. Instead of dev, I type build, and now when I press enter, now what happens is it will take a few seconds, and within few seconds this entire project will be built. And then if you come over here in your folder, you would have got a folder called as dist, and if you open this, this contains all the files that we are going to host it. Now, when you want to host this website, you have to just copy the files present in your distribution folder and just put it on your GitHub. How to host it on the GitHub, this I will show you to you in the next session.